Myself, I am Dr. Marcel Saucet. As you noticed, I am French, and I am visiting professor at the University of San Diego School of Law. I'm running also consulting business, and our issues are about street marketing. Today, I'm going to talk about street marketing and legal issues of street marketing in California. So for beginning this lecture, I'm going to show you some examples of street marketing, and of course, I would like to advise you to read my book, Street Marketing, about the subject that we are talking about today. So here, the first example of a street marketing operation that we have in New York is this one. The fountains here, here, and here were colored in red for great street marketing operations for Dexter. What did they do? They decided to color the fountains in red, and this operation is really good because it's cheap, it's creative, and it fits with the positioning of the brand. A problem: who authorized street marketing operation in Times Square? This is a legal issue. Another example of street marketing is this one. Cheap and creative, Nike, but problem with the BMW. Who authorized Nike to use BMW logo? Another example is here. We're in California, and you can see that those people are wearing tattoos. It's a trademark issue, and it's a street marketing operation. More and more we'll have brands which are going to use street marketing. So our topic of today, for any creative street marketing operations, what are the legal issues? Here we are in New York, and look at this cab. This is a wonderful operation for The Sopranos, the TV show. So the topic of today, what are the legal issues about street marketing? For example, in Brazil, in São Paulo, you have this kind of legal issues. In São Paulo, it's forbidden to do any street marketing operation in downtown. This law is named Cidade Limpa. So this is a business and law problem. Is authorizations more expensive than infringement? For example, in the US, getting a permit for doing a street marketing operation costs sometimes $10,000 or $100,000. It's expensive. And some managers think, oh, maybe we can avoid, maybe we can ignore the law. Let's do the street marketing operation. So this is the objective of today. I want to provide you a legal toolkit for street marketing operations in California. For this, I have built an outline, and we're going to see 5 different parts. The first part will be about the business literature review on street marketing. And then we'll see the potential legal concerns with street marketing. Then a business analysis, methodology, and the results of this presentation. Let's begin with the literature review on street marketing. So what is street marketing? It's really difficult to define street marketing. When I began to work on this project with Professor Cova of the University of Bocconi in Milano, we had an issue because there are no academic definitions of street marketing. That's why I'm going to tell you what is street marketing, what street marketing is. Let's begin with the unconventional and street marketing. So, guerrilla marketing, the origin of street marketing, has been invented by a consultant named Levinson in 1984. This consultant said, for creating a really good advertisement now, you have to use a creative way, and it has to be cheap. If your marketing operation is cheap and creative, this is a guerrilla marketing operation. When it goes to the street, it's a guerrilla marketing operation in the streets. This is a street marketing operation. It has to be cheap, like here, for McDonald's. This is a cheap operation. And it has to be creative, like here, in this mall, a guerrilla marketing operation near the street. Get them of your dog. You can see the picture of the dog. and you can see some people who are walking on the floor of this shopping center. Why do we use street marketing? Why do we use street marketing? We use street marketing because now you cross over 30,000 brands per month. So why do we use street marketing? We use street marketing because every month you cross over 30,000 brands. 30,000. And you are seeing these brands everywhere. So why do we use street marketing? First of all, you have to be creative. There are medias and brands everywhere. Be creative, use the street. Secondly, the economic crisis. It's more and more expensive to create an advertisement. So use street marketing because it's cheap. It's low cost. And the third reason is that there is an increasing of street marketing because companies want to add more and more credibility in their marketing operation. That's why 2 years ago, the street marketing budget of European companies increased by 90%. When we began this project with Professor Cova, we have considered and we have noticed that street marketing had no academic references. Why? Because for the last 15 years, we have talked about internet and viral marketing. Another thing is street marketing was considered as an outdoor marketing approach. So what is street marketing in the academic literature? You have to understand that guerrilla marketing is the father of street marketing. But guerrilla marketing has 4 dimensions. Let me remind you that guerrilla marketing is cheap and creative. So if your operation is cheap and creative in the street, we are talking about ambient marketing or street marketing. It was designed by Gameti in 2010. If your operation is cheap and creative, and people don't understand that it is an advertisement, it's stealth marketing. If you have seen the movie The Joneses, or if you know the product placement, this is stealth marketing. The third guerrilla marketing dimension is the viral marketing or buzz marketing dimension. And the last one is the ambush marketing, when you take advantage of an event, when you're promoting a brand, for example, in an event, but this is not your event, you take an advantage. So we have created several articles on street marketing with Professor Cova, or by myself with the book Street Marketing, or this chapter of book, or other examples of journals, reviews, and articles that we have published in France, in American Journal of Marketing Communications, or in Italy in Journal of Micro and Macro Marketing. And when we worked on the first article, because there was no previous scientific work, we decided to adopt a qualitative analysis, an individual in-depth interviews, and a comprehensive approach. So we have worked on this set of conversation and we have interviewed 15 agencies and companies. The list is here from all around North America. And we have understood that in these different interviews, street marketing, so the interviews we have recorded interviews and conversations lasted 40 minutes on average. We have understood that street marketing is an efficient answer with problems. Let me tell you this story. 2 years ago, maybe you remember this story, it was in New York, and a guy in the street decided to give $500,000. Why did he do this? Because he decided to spend all the money of the marketing budget, not in an advertisement on TV, but for creating a buzz. He represented an insurance company. He seated in the street with 2 or 3 bodyguards, and he listened for people. Okay, what is your problem? Oh, my problem is this one. I lost my home. I'm looking for a job, blah, blah, blah. Great. You need $50. You need $100. And don't forget my card. Call me if you have any problem. And that was a huge buzz because on the card, it was written insurance company. 2 years later in France, a company named Rentabilité Web decided to do the same thing. So they told everybody to come to a place for receiving money, but they never came. And because they never came, there was a big riot in the streets. And people burned cars, and the French government did sue Rentabilité Web. So be careful, because street marketing is an efficient approach with legal problems. And a lot of managers think that they can ignore the law. They can act without any authorization. It's really good because when you're a manager, sometimes you can bring some credibility in your street marketing operation because street culture and street marketing are really close. Let me show you this example. We are in New York, and this is about a brand named Zoo York, the fashion brand. And this fashion brand is really good because they designed this operation, which is on YouTube now. And on this operation, what can you see? You can see the brand Zoo York with some street teamers putting the logo of Zoo York on cockroaches. And what are they going to do? They are going to throw them in Wall Street. And they are going to throw the cockroaches on people. This video was a huge buzz. And there was a huge buzz around. As you can see here, look at this. If you're the average Joe in the street, this is a nice surprise. Being transgressive, from the article Cova Saucet 2013 in Journal of Marketing Communication. For every organization, agency, or advertiser, there are 3 dimensions which must be taken into account in deciding whether or not to break the rules. The first one is the legal dimension, the calculation of legal risk. Oh, there is a legal risk, I won't do this operation. Look at this, we are here in this wonderful street marketing operation for Mercedes. Enjoy your test drive. And where do they put this plastic sucker? Here on a competitor. Enjoy your test drive with Mercedes. It's a legal risk, especially in France. There is an economic dimension too, because sometimes if you are asking an authorization, it takes time, it costs money, and you have to be fast in marketing. So let's take this example here. I have interviewed the CEO of the marketing agency UBBen in France, and he told me that for this operation, the Parisian copy of the Statue of Liberty in Paris, for Nike, it was not an illegal operation. So when they presented the budget to Nike, they said, oh, there is an illegal part. It's 5,000 euros. We are going to receive a fine. And the last one is the ethical dimension. So it can be artistic, ecological, like here. Here you can see this street marketing operation. It's ethical, it's for the good of people. So we think if we are advertisers, agencies, companies, because it's good for people, we don't need an authorization. In a law school practicum course taught by some authors, so myself, Dana Robinson, Professor Cova, I have used some practical things to understand the guerrilla marketing operation in the streets. We used the example of an NGO. The NGO is called WCPUN, World Council of People at the United Nations, and their magazine Centerpoint Now. So why did we use a NGO for our research? Basically because NGO do not have a big budget. They don't have a big budget, so they use guerrilla marketing because it's cheap. And here or here, you can see the example of a cheap and creative guerrilla marketing operation for UNICEF. Look at these stickers. They put them on the street, on the floor, and people are walking on it. There is some glue. And when you reverse the saw, what do you see? You see an anti-personnel landmine. Bang, you're dead. So we used an NGO, and we created a case study with this NGO with a data source triangulation. And we have created an innovative case study, an innovative guerrilla marketing operation in the street, and we have checked the differences between New York and LA. This operation, the first one, is really simple. You walk down the street, there is a fountain with black water with fake dead fishes on the surface, and you can read, 1 billion of people in the world drink this kind of water. And you can see, center point now, a magazine, WCPUN magazine, which talk about sustainable development issues.